All right, let's talk about something huge that's coming to the Pi network. A major upgrade is on the horizon, and it's one that's going to fundamentally change how the entire system works.
And I really want to be clear on this. This isn't just some minor tweak or a small feature update. We're talking about a core level enhancement, a foundational change that's designed to unlock a whole new world of capabilities for the network. It's a really big step forward.
So, what are we actually talking about here? It's a leap, a big one. We're going from the current protocol, version 19, all the way to version 23. Now, that's not just an incremental update. A jump that big tells you this is a massive shift in the protocol's architecture and everything it can do. So what exactly is Protocol 23? Well, it's Pi's own custom-built upgrade, but they weren't starting from scratch. It's built on the super solid foundation of Stellar's own Protocol 23, pulling in major upgrades that make these new layers of functionality and control possible. Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. What is the biggest, most important change here? It all comes down to a fundamental shift in how the network handles identity verification, or, as you know it, KYC. This one thing completely redefines the game from the ground up. So how does that even work, right? It all starts with this concept called KYC authority. The best way to think about it is like this. It's the official power baked right into the protocol itself to verify a user's identity. This is the mechanism that guarantees the integrity of the whole network by making sure that one person, one account rule is enforced. And you can really see the evolution right here. Let's just walk through it. We started at step 1, a centralized system, which was Pi's own native KYC solution. Now, Protocol 23 brings us to step 2, embedding that authority directly into the protocol itself. And here's why that's so cool. It opens the door for step 3, a future where other trusted organizations can be given KYC authority. This creates a much more distributed and scalable system of trust. And this is so much more than just some technical detail, you know? It's a huge strategic move that takes KYC from being just another feature and turns it into a core foundation of the blockchain. And that has massive implications for the network's scale and its entire long-term vision. 14.82 million. Seriously, just take a second and let that number sink in. That's how many migrated, KYC-verified people are on the Pi Mainnet as we speak. They are the living, breathing backbone of this entire ecosystem. So why is having over 14 million verified users so critical? Well, it really comes down to these 3 pillars. First, you've got network integrity. It keeps the ecosystem fair and secure. Second, it builds a foundation for regulatory compliance, which is absolutely essential for long-term survival and success. And third, it signals that the network is ready for integrations. Services that need verified identities can just plug right in. You know, this really drives home just how far ahead of the curve Pi has been. Its vision of building a blockchain based on verified identities is now being repeated across the entire crypto industry, with everyone else moving toward these kinds of standards. Pi didn't just see where things were going. They've been busy building it this whole time. Okay, so the big question is, how in the world do you actually roll out a change this massive? Well, it's not like flipping a switch. The rollout for Protocol 23 is a really carefully managed, phased process to make sure the transition is smooth for absolutely everyone. The whole process is designed for stability. The upgrade is going to be phased in through several versions, one after the other, not all at once. The team is going to give plenty of advance notice, and yeah, there might be some planned outages, but they'll be communicated way ahead of time. And it all leads up to that final activation of Protocol 23. And giving everyone that heads up is crucial. The team is being so open about these changes early for one very important reason: to give all the partners, developers, and the entire community the time they need to get ready. This makes sure the whole ecosystem is prepared for this powerful evolution. And that really brings us to the final and maybe most exciting question that this whole upgrade leaves us with. What happens when identity verification is no longer just an app, but a native, decentralized part of the blockchain itself? What new possibilities does that unlock? What new kinds of trust-based systems are going to be built on this new foundation? That is the exciting future that Protocol 23 is building.